Hello everyone, and welcome back to another brand new video. Today we're going to be going over the most recent episode of Pokemon Horizons. So, we are now moving towards Dot's Terrestrial training test, and as we know, it is going to be against Iono. You guys know how much I love Iono, so seeing her again was great. As always, I love her personality throughout the entire episodes, and she just makes the entire episode so enjoyable. So, today's episode started out with Liko, Roy, and Dot heading over to Levincia to get ready for Dot's test, and Iono actually suggests for Dot to have a practice battle against Roy, but she wants to film it, of course, because she plans to live stream their actual battle. But Dot is just unable to deal with the cameras, which is pretty funny and ironic because we all know that she is Nidothing, so she's constantly on camera, just being wild and crazy. And she has no issue doing it in the costume, but when she's out of the costume, she just cannot do it. And so Roy pretty easily beats her in this practice battle. And so moving on from there, almost immediately after, we see Dot as Nidothing doing this live stream, and she's so wild, so animated. It's just a complete contrast from before. And so the whole goal of this episode is really to get Dot to learn to get out of her shell and battle properly and just do things properly while on camera. And she ends up having to do that later on in the episode when Tinkatink kind of like provokes this Varoom, not even really by doing much. This Varoom just kind of gets angry at her, and so it's chasing her down, and Dot has to recall her, and she ends up going to battle it with Quaxly because it ends up taking the Nidothing costume. Well, first and foremost, Quaxly tries to take the costume away from her, but she stops him, and then from there Varoom ends up running away or rolling away with the costume on top of it all the way to the Levincia battlefield, and so Dot has no choice but to battle it. And so she at first struggles because, of course, everyone who's there is recording this Varoom and this whole encounter on their Rotom phones. Just like real life, whenever something is going down, everyone just pulls out their phones and starts recording. But anyway, this of course makes Dot nervous, and she really struggles to battle with Quaxly. But in the end, she ends up getting over the fear of cameras after seeing just how determined Quaxly is to win and how badly he's being beaten. And so she ends up being able to finally take down this Varoom. So from there, we see that she's been able to make some progress, being able to battle without her costume, and she actually tries to get the costume, but it turns out that Liko and Roy took it and ran away. But she ends up going after them, and I'm assuming she's telling them that she's okay to battle without it now. So that's really good. So this was a good introductory part to next week's episode, where Dot will actually have her test, and I'm very excited to see how that will go down. Any episodes focusing more on Dot and Quaxly, and of course Iono, you know, are great for me, so I'm really glad that they made this into a two-parter for her. So that's pretty much it for this review. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode in the comments below, and I will see you all next time. Thank you!